James Vardinho, as my good friend, the True Geordie, calls him.
Is that what he calls him?
Yeah, James Vardinho is come under some scrutiny that we're going to discuss here in a little Monday morning Maxwell with Jason Rubin on the Premier League clip that we're... Leicester still remain top, still in a good position, but it did not come easy. They resorted to a last-minute goal to get a valuable point at home to West Ham. The stadium was rocking. If you see the video that emerged online, we'll put a link in the description below. The cameraman was trying to capture just the part after when they were ready to kick off, and it was shaking. It was like an earthquake was going on. It was electric environment. But the takeaway from this that we wanted to discuss, majority of the clip, is Vardy sent off for diving, his second yellow. He's done it a couple of times before now. I think he needs to watch himself. I don't like heaping any sort of major criticism on a player that's been so influential this season. But again, no one is free from criticism on a Monday morning, Maxwell, because I'm here with the knife and I'm here to cut through. Jamie Vardy, stop diving, mate. And stop... He's diving in a way that is almost more annoying than someone just blatantly just throwing themselves out Arjen Robben style saying, give me a fucking penalty. He's diving in a way that he puts his body into the opponent, so he's directly making contact with them so that it looks like they've made contact with him. And it's a very risky thing because more often than not, referees will either wave it away or they could often actually give a penalty. It happens a lot. But this time, Moss, who is come under an enormous amount of scrutiny, which I will touch on, and rightly so, his decision-making was poor. He didn't buy it, and he sent him off. That was the best decision he made. People are still scrutinising that call. No, Jamie Vardy's done it several times this season, and I think that it was rightly so to hand out that punishment because these sending-offs, at this point in the season, Vardy, mate, they could be criminal. They need Jamie Vardy. They need him desperately to the end of the season. Proved how vital he is again, grabbing a goal, scored in the previous game against Sunderland. He's on form, and he doesn't need to be sitting on the sidelines whilst they are moving finally onto the home stretch. Is that what you call it in baseball?
We call it like, oh yeah, that's the home stretch. I think it's also, a horse
just a general
racing term.
Right, home stretch. I think it's...
They said they're coming around the bend, the home stretch, the last leg. No? Is that not
I think so, maybe. You might be right.
Okay. Yeah, the home stretch. How many games we have left? I mean, we have Tuesday, Wednesday Premier League this week. I don't think Leicester City plays. It's a joke. It's a joke. I didn't see this game. I'm not going to pretend I did. I watched the Manchester
Vegas.
City. I watched the Manchester City Chelsea game. Bet on Chelsea. Bad idea. Because I was doing well, so I go up to the sports book, and I say, you know, I'm going to have this amount of money on Chelsea. And the guy looks at me and he goes, sure. First of all, don't do that. It's like a terrible thing to do at a bar or any sports book anywhere. And I go, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. I think they're going to do well. I think they're going to make a run towards like the top 7.5. Chelsea right now sits 10th, and 7.5 kind of possible. It's not. It's like platform 9 3/4. It's not really a place. That's where I think they'll finish, between 7 and 8. And I see Aguero banging a goal. I go to sleep.
Game over.
Because fuck me.
Yeah.
But that's what I saw for the Premier League this weekend. That's my bit. Now you're good.
You
can continue.
So according to the Guardian article, which is, I like it, 10 talking points from the weekend's action. I'm going to touch on just a couple of them. But he says the vilification of Moss is over the top. So the referee gave a dubious penalty in favour of West Ham and then gave a very dubious penalty in favour of Leicester. And I thought it was a means to even up.
Do they do that? Do they do that regularly? Like I don't mean to make this about the NBA, but in the NBA, if one call is atrocious on one side of the floor, they will almost always, on the ensuing possession, call something, a travel, out of bounds. Do they do that in world football? If an unfair penalty is called, will they give it back, or at least a good free kick?
I think it's definitely. I think the referee, his decision-making process may be a little bit hindered after something like that because he gave the penalty. And I mean, like, let's just be honest. Referees are supposed to just be completely and 100% authentic and objective and just take things as they see it. But I think in the heat of the home stadium in Leicester, how crucial every moment is for Leicester City, I think he was a little bit skewed towards the end. I think he thought he made an error with giving West Ham a penalty, and I think he's seen enough contact to call a penalty kick in terms of, and I thought it was a little harsh on West Ham. But again, the penalty kick in favour of West Ham may be questioned as well.
Manchester United is a frustrating club to watch, man.
Yeah, that was a tough game to watch against Aston Villa. But Aston Villa are relegated, so Man United did deliver the final blow, and it came from who again? Oh yeah, the same fucking teenager who keeps scoring Marcus Rashford and the same teenager that people are saying, he's too young to go to the Euros. England are so well set that they don't need any youngster.
Yeah, all the polls say Sturridge.
What are you talking about?
Every poll is like Daniel Sturridge, 72%.
This is a problem. Is that England...
Some over Jamie Vardy.
No, all right. Well, that's...
Some polls. I'm not saying it. I don't believe it. Obviously, Vardy should go. I'm just saying...
I'm getting up with my piece of paper here.
The polls. In America, we have very skewed polls, obviously.
Yes, you do. What people are voting for Donald Trump to play centre forward for the US men's national team. That would be worrying.
Not much different than Michael Bradley. Sorry, Michael Bradley. That's so mean to Michael Bradley.
So, according to one of the writers in The Guardian, he said that Rashford should be part of the Hodgson's Euro 2016 squad. And my question to those who just disregard this is, what are you basing this on? You have no success. None. Like not even the slightest inclination in the last couple of major tournaments that you have such a well set and strong squad that someone like Rashford, who's been banging them in with such composure, that he deserves at least to be considered, because you need versatility. Yes, Vardy has to go. Yes, Kane has to go. Yes, Rooney has to go. I would even consider Andy Carroll amongst them because he's different. He has the height. He's going to provide you a plan B. You took all the same guys the last time to the tournament and you fucking got demolished. And then they're like, oh, but it didn't work with Theo Walcott though, did it? That's one example. Theo Walcott's garbage. Rashford's not. Like, this is why I go on these rants, because it makes sense. It takes a Scot who is genetically supposed to hate England.
Wait, one more time on Theo Walcott.
Was that my ex? Oh, it didn't work for Theo. We took Theo and it didn't work for us because he's shite. But then you've got Welbeck, Sturridge, and Rashford all in there. Like, I'm just saying, like, Welbeck, hot and cold. Sturridge, the blow of the wind is going to take him out of the team because he's injury prone. Rashford, he's young, yes.
Can we throw in the SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Every morning I break my legs. Every afternoon I break my arms.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs. And every afternoon I break my arms. At night, I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep. Oh, no! No!
I support Manchester United quite loyally. I've always said one of the main jobs I'd love to have, if given the option, was to take over the English national team, because I would just 4 years ago I would have wiped out all the old school or all the main players that they had, like Lampard and Gerrard, like wipe them all clean.
Hey,
because you needed,
not Stevie G.
You needed youth, and you have it now. So just use it. Don't be based on the fact of we need the experience of Carrick. No, you fucking don't. Put Dyer in there with Ali.
Look, Manchester United doesn't even need the experience of Carrick.
Trust me, it's like,
let alone your national
and
team.
It's so silly, the arguments out here. It's like, and it's the same English voice, and it's always the same stereotype.
I know,
it's
such a great voice,
like,
though.
But we need the experience in there of Michael Carrick. We need that knowledgeable head in there. No, you fucking don't. You just need a team that's going to go out and win. The reason why I think France are going to be a great team to go and win is because they've just went, fuck all the experience, and let's just go with the players who are in form and the youthful players who are going to win it for us. England are a dark horse to go pretty far in this tournament. I've always stated, if it's the right squad selection, if they have the right team, and we're going to do a clip closer, I'm going to talk you step by step who I think should play in each position. I might even do a little tactics on it, because that's how much I'm intrigued in the English national team, because you have so many good, you're at a very good spot in your development of players. You're developing young players, but they play with such maturity. Dele Ali plays with a 25, 30-year-old head on his shoulders, and he's very composed, he's athletic, and he's hungry. Same with Harry Kane, same with Jamie Vardy, and now Rashford's shown very similar qualities.
On paper, they have scores.
Of course they do. It just depends on whether they go with the bias of, let's put Rooney in there first, then Carrick will build around them. It's all bullshit, if you ask me. I would go with the youth and see how it does. So let me know in the comments. We digressed a little bit, but there are some interesting questions there. What do you think of Vardy sending off? What do you think about Rashford for the Euros 2016? All the good stuff in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way on TYT Sports. What about Theo?
What about Theo Walcott? So funny. Yeah, let's do some NBA. I don't know.